All right, go live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robin Lane Douglas, your town moderator. We are here tonight to recount the votes cast on March 9th for the office of town selectmen. The results for the board of the selectmen tabulated that night were Phil Whitman, 334, Brock Mitchell, 355. The rules of recount are spelled out in RSA 40:4-C and RSA 669:30-33. A request for recount that meets the requirements has been received. Tonight's board of recount consists of myself as moderator, Lisa Noyes, town clerk, our selectman, Reuben Wentworth, who will count blank votes, Selectman Paul LaRochelle, who will count write-ins, Jen Collins, who will count for Brock Mitchell, and Linda Roy, who will count for Phil Whitman. Selectman Bob Holt will observe for Jen and Linda to make sure they're doing their hashtags. And while Lisa Noyce will observe for Paul LaRochelle and Reuben Wentworth. Amy Beth will read while the moderator will observe the reader. Tonight's procedure will be: Step 1, the members of the board will review the ballots and separate out page 1 that pertains to our recount this evening. Step 2, the ballots will be separated into groups of 50, separated by a blank colored page. A count of these should match the number of votes cast on March 9th, which were 821. Step 3, Amy Best will read each ballot while the moderator confirms what she reads. The member who has that tally sheet shall log what she reads. At the 50th mark, all counters will tally the number of hashtags on their sheet. The moderator will add the marks for each counter, my sheet. I shouldn't have done that. We'll count to read the match. Once the tallies are confirmed correct, we will move on to the next 50 pages and repeat the procedure. Hence, the first batch will be with the black pencil. The second batch will be the red pencil. So say if you went at 16, we go on with the next 50, you're going to do 17, 18, count your red ones at the end of the second 50 count. I'm sure once we get going, you'll see that one. After all ballots have been inspected, the tally sheet will be totaled and the result will be announced by the moderator. In order for this process to move forward smoothly and accurately, I request everyone's cooperation by not interrupting or side conversations. I now declare the recount open. So we will start with Lisa opening the boxes. And do you mind helping us separate out the page 1?
Yep. Robin?
Yes?
We have 5 columns, right? So you want 10 checks in each?
Correct. So once you fill up your hashtags across, that should total 50 votes.
And then we just tell you we're at 50? No?
We have the ballot separated into 50.
So we may
She's gonna know.
Yeah, I'll be down telling the 50. Yeah, 10, 10, and 10, 10, 10. That will make 50.
Right.
Okay.
Just to ask one more question, clarify the black and the red again.
Okay, the first 50, everyone, we are going to use the black hashtag. Okay? So say you get 10 plus 2. I read out the count, we get our 50. Okay? Now we're going on to the second batch. Put this down, and you get 51. I wrote
any of that.
So you have 2.
Your black one.
3, 4, 5.
So
Okay?
let's say you have 8, let's say there's 13, okay? So you can have 10 and then 13. So then you're going to start here, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
And then do just 3 hashtags.
Oh, once the first 50 is up?
Back to black.
Correct. And the only
Okay, so I
reason
change
is
pencils every 50.
Or whenever Robin tells you to change pencil.
That's all I need.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Change pencil. Got it.
No, because you're. Yes. It's saying.
Same person.
I got Phil.
So,
We have 3 in the black.
Linda,
She's got,
Now we move
yeah.
on to
when
the
this
next
is, when this row is filled,
Mhm.
you can have 50, you're gonna have 50 votes right
Mhm.
here. Okay, some will be black, some will be
Yeah.
red, but it's gonna be.
So in other words, it could be only 3 out of that 50.
I'm the Phil. I'm Phil. And you're Rob.
And we'll have the name first.
Yeah, she will say, right.
Yeah, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then 50.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's start doling these out.
So everybody's gonna get a pile of ballots, great.
Yeah, we're doing it in sections
There's 50 there.
No, we have to page one.
We have to pull out all page ones, and then we put them in piles of 50.
Miguel?
Oh, where's the paper?
This one is,
And flip them? Yep, I just
separated.
But for me,
Yeah,
So what you're gonna do,
Okay.
yep, just take out page one.
okay.
And I'll take it back.
I'm gonna go get You don't mind if I sit here, do you?
I don't mind.
I do. Oh, I don't have mine either.
I need a, yep, this one.
So we stay off to one side.
What the heck is going on here? Oh, did you upside down? Oh. That just, yep.
Yeah, two quick questions. One of those you have, like, the one in front of you, obviously that's page 1 and 2 mixed up, is that correct? So page 1 and page 2 all together, is that what they're doing, to separate
We're
it?
separating it.
Okay. When you separate it, and your file is done, will that file that supposedly doesn't have page 1 in it, will that be checked again by somebody? Or will you just leave it the way it is?
We're not gonna leave it the way it is. We're gonna pile these in groups of 50. If that reaches 821, we're good to go. If it does not, we have to go back to all of these.
Okay. And my second question is, once we get to the point where they're calling names for the candidates, if there is a question of intent, will they stop and have a ruling by you?
The ruling will be by me, myself.
Okay, will we, as, spectators be able to look at that? Let's say somebody writes in, gentlemen first, so.
I will allow it as long as it doesn't, we're not holding up the procedure here,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
All of us, and then all.
Yep.
Yeah, what were you looking for with them? Something, yeah. For your rubber fingers. They work better?
We're going to do these groups of 50?
Then we don't need to do that. Perfect. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Licking my fingers is just not good. I forget what I'm doing and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, don't help though.
I have been inoculated, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, we are.
You
We're
get
still
both of
feeling the effects of that one.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, I only
You got both of them?
I got one so far.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Pretty.
Get me in early. Yay.
My mom got a call back. She was April. She got a call back. I'm in earlier.
No, yeah.
You want a glue?
Does that make it better?
I don't know, I'm gonna try it.
Easier.
Yeah, I think it does.
Remember, I did this once before. You can pick them up easier.
I get it, right?
Oh, much better.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the one that I.
Small ones. No, I need small ones, they fall off.
Oh.
Isn't it better?
You know what, I'll try medium.
Yeah, yeah, so it's nice.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is better.
We might.
Thank you.
Okay. Your paper people.
We're paper people. I'm counting them for 50.
Oh, you're putting them in.
These are,
Twos and threes.
2s and 3s.
Ten, do you want them in tens?
Yes, in a pile of 50.
Gotcha.
What's that?
You want them in tens, but in a pile of 50. 10, 10,
Oh,
10,
Chris,
10.
oh, okay. Oh, boy.
Get paper, Liz?
Have you got
Sorry.
one? If you want to.
Yep.
And got it. Okay, cool. Got it.
You don't have 50 there. 50 there, right? My 50,
Right. 30.
okay.
No, I got 40.
Oh, you had 10?
I did have 50. That's it.
Jen, how many you got left? Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I have 20.
I'll do 10.
Oh, those are,
So that'll be your 50.
yeah.
When we take 30, I'll give you.
Right.
I'll grab some of those.
Here's 10. So. Either way. Oh, excellent.
And now this one. Breathe.
Yeah, that's okay.
I got 30.
Yeah, of 100.
You have 100?
There's 40.
I got 10.
Yeah. One pack.
Oh, you have those.
How many do you have there?
100 right here.
50.
So you're all done counting?
Unless there's more.
Keep passing it
You've
down.
got 100.
That's, I think that one, yeah.
Are you all done with your sorting?
Yep,
What did you come to?
150.
Zero. Then you said 200,
100.
100? And Amy's up to, I don't know. Bob is all set?
Yeah, I got, 50, 60, 70.
70.
70.
70? Looks like you're still counting over there. Lucy, are you still sorting over there?
This is right in, yes, where you blank, right in, that was over there with the spoil.
Oh, you need help with that?
These are all ones, but I just want to double check.
Okay. You have what?
150.
151, 152, 153, 154.
Okay.
No, because I got 114 there. Where's your 50 right there? I got 114.
All? 50. And Lucy, do you want help?
Start counting, still has to be
Probably. Do you mind? All right, these are 4.
Yep,
So we want that over there, so they don't get confused.
got it.
Can you just start another
10?
50, so she's got a lot.
Wait, so you want me to count out 50, or do you want them 50 in stacks of 10 like that?
Like 50.
Make it look like this.
10, yeah.
Got it.
Please.
Can't have Lisa manage. Never good.
Got them?
That is just the.
Yup. That's why I kept them on this side.
Keep them separated. And they just.
No, we really had to start.
I would go over there. We're gonna look at that, and I would stop that next time.
I don't know where it was last fall.
I had,
I was over 115 years ago.
I haven't been.
I would say it was somewhere
We get these
around
two first count to keep the blank together. There's more?
I haven't really looked at it yet. So it's probably $100 more square.
They kind of, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Thank you.
I did, very good. Oh, all right. Yeah. Did she get that?
Is that a 50? So 10. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 50.
That's 50 per.
Sure is.
Another 50? Oh,
And here's one.
Okay.
Of course.
Put that, and put the 1. These are the blanks and the writings. We're gonna keep these together, okay? So what do I get here? And 20. Count these, double check them.
You got it.
Butter.
I know these are blanks.
10.
Yeah.
21.
Yep.
Crisscross that, that's fine. So we got,
121.
where's my pencil? It's on the floor. Oh, thank you. So we've got 50, 1, 50, 10, 21. So that's 121. She's gonna count those.
151.
Nope, just twice.
121. Double check me, feel free.
Okay, so there's 50.
1. 2, that's 100. 150, 10,
So it's 171.
21.
Nice.
That's okay, feel free.
One more right here.
4? Is that all our blanks and write-ins? So I'm ready to total. This will come off.
Put the numbers in.
Yeah. Calculator, so we've got.
Yep.
We came to 813.
Double count. I mean, what we have in our file too.
Or do we check the 2s and 3s?
Let's start with the 2s and 3s. Would you agree? It's very easy to miss a page 1 when you're sorting.
Go through these, make sure we got.
I got them all. I was gonna recount those.
You wanna read these now?
Might as well start. The next,
Sure.
that'll be the next thing.
Yeah.
Did you find any extras?
I found one.
Okay, we've got the first one here.
I think you found them.
Paul, did you find an extra?
Yes. Two.
Two. Yes. $315, still short, six.
I'm recounting that batch, just.
Yep,
on it.
Should be five. You had 821, but you found 813, so that's 8%. And then you found three, so that's five, so.
But we only found two.
No, I found two.
He found two alone. Paul had.
I found two here.
Oh, I thought you said you had
Sorry, I
one.
didn't hear that, okay. Thank you.
Well,
So we're up to 816, we're missing five.
I got one more here.
Okay, so that's plus one.
And Bob just found one.
Well, no,
Oh,
I'm recounting my counts.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just double check your counts, please. We're getting closer, we're 817, we need four more.
not 11, not 10.
is that one more?
Another one?
I got another one.
I got two.
Another one here.
So you found two more,
I just found, no, I found one.
found one,
Yes.
plus one.
I have
Amy
one more.
found one, and Bob found,
On my recount,
you found one?
two.
Two.
That's for the all.
That gives us 821, folks. Woo! God, this is a good team. That's good.
Oh,
No, no, these are from Ruben.
Okay, let's get this organized. These, you want the blanks and the write-ins together, correct?
Correct, because I want to put them in their own box.
See that,
Yeah, here's just regular ones.
regular?
That's it.
Okay,
Well, wait a minute. Not 10. And these are the two that I,
All right, give me the two,
that,
the odds. We're
weirdos.
gonna have to keep these in groups of 50 the best we can.
Got it.
10, 20, 30, 40, there's 50. What's all these blank pages here? Oh, these are your extra
Nope,
blanks?
those weren't mine.
Divided.
Oh, okay.
So that's a 50.
Yes.
Oddballs.
Oddballs.
Oddballs, all right.
And here's,
50.
And here's one more of regular guys, just regular, not write-in.
Okay, that's what these are too.
Yeah, okay,
So I want to try and get these in groups of 10.
definitely.
Yeah,
50. And this is the last 50.
50. Okay.
No more, you have all my oddballs.
Could you count, please? And I'll take those. I need groups of 10, so we can see if we can get them up to 50. These are 50.
Do we have oddballs from that side?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Perfect, sorry.
No, that's all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw your stuff.
Go ahead, right on
We're
floor,
gonna
fine.
do 2 piles.
Okay.
Is that groups of 50s?
10?
But that's 100.
That's 100 in groups of 50s. Perfect. That. Those are odds?
There's a 10. And here's 4.
this is a 10.
That's a 10?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need you to keep track of 10, 10.
Okay.
Because we got more to collect over here.
Got it.
What do you got, Bob?
Breakfast, I got 70,
70, okay.
70.
I'll make sure I got them all. All right, here's another to count.
You keep those. Give me the 50.
10, 20.
Okay, I'm almost at 50
So
in this
that's-
one. That's 40.
That.
And that going there.
So when we do these tallies as we go, we're on schedule. Those are.
Do you want me to hold this thing going? Oh, we have 10 here.
50, thank you.
I get.
Well, almost there. Does anybody else have a pile to turn in? No? 50s, 50s. What do you got there?
40. And what is that? What's those odd?
Oh, that's because these are the write-ins and the blanks, so that's why it looks odd. All right, so we're gonna start with the group of 50 on this. Give me those oddballs, those are gonna be after this.
And these are oddball two, but it's not 10, it's 6.
Those are 10.
What do you want to do with those?
There's a market, 26.
Right on.
That's a group of 26, so when we
No,
have to
40.
compare counts,
No,
what do you get?
10, 20,
46.
46.
I just said 20. Sorry.
She's so loud.
Yes.
You want to double check the number again?
So you go 50. So
Yeah.
you know, if there's like 600
Right.
in there or 650 or.
Okay. All right, let's make sure. We've got, there's a 50, 100.
How long were you there, 10 minutes?
150, 200. 250. 300. 350. 400. 450. 500. 550. These are the write-ins and the blanks. These are the extras. Hill. I need another piece of paper. We're gonna mark this one. This is 10/21.
Have the recount.
Okay? So now we've got
Good.
50. That's on the bottom. 50. 1.
You were gonna go.
50 plus 21.
I have a few over here, so.
What few of those?
The ones, the paper ones?
The Okadas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we counted a pile of
See,
them.
I think
I think
that's,
it's in there.
I think that's 600.
Let's double check this one. That's where our mistake is.
Yeah, that's.
Robin, it might be easier if you take 50 and move them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Got it. 50.
Put all my stuff.
100. 50. Another 50. That is 50. You counting me here?
150.
Thank you. 200. Yes. 250?
Yep.
$300?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Always gotta check this, because I'm counting these. 10. Okay. 350. Should be 400.
950.
450. 450. 50. 500. 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that was my mistake on that one.
So there's 6 is 46, 150, 21,
And
and
4.
4.
Your numbers agree? Okay, we're on to our reading, folks.
Question, in the stack of 50, is there 25 in one direction, 25 in the other direction?
10 and 10.
And
Yeah. All right, so these are the writers. Am I got this right? Yeah, these are writers. Goes with that. So we're going to start with those cast ones.
Okay.
All right, so why don't we, I want you to hand those over. These got to be counted as well. These are going here. All right. Okay, show you what I'm going to do. Go ahead, are you ready?
Yeah, what do you want me to, just
We'll read them out loud and clear, please. So
the name, or do I need to say what it is?
just, no. We are here for
These.
this race right here.
Yep.
So you're going to point to Mr. Mitchell so I can see it.
Yep,
And read it. Mitchell.
got it.
Are you okay if you just call out the last name?
I'm fine with it.
Okay?
Got it.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Wait, is everybody ready?
Is everybody ready to mark?
It's just us, right? Because those aren't the write-ins.
Correct.
Those are the write-ins, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
We're using the brown pencil, the black pencil.
Black pencil, please.
Till you tell me red, now I'm gonna keep going.
Mitchell. Mitchell. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. Blank. That's blank. We have a blank. Thank you. Some of them will be blanks. Okay, thank you. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 That's his Whitman. Okay, Whitman. You gotta explain, this one is voter intent. He wrote, see it? So that we don't have any colored in Mitchell and Whitman and crossed out Mitchell. You would agree?
No.
I'm not crying foul. Okay?
That's considered a witness. Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Just a blank one. Okay, blank, tell Ruben. Sorry. Thank you. Whitman. Blank. Whitman. 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 Blank. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. That I would reject. Okay. And where do I put that? Where would you like me to put that? Well, Ms. Town Clerk, because it's not colored in, they wrote that. It's all right. It is. Well, see, they didn't color it in.
That's an overvote. Well, no, they didn't write it in. They
No,
didn't color
they
that
didn't
in.
color
They
it.
didn't color that in, so that's a vote.
Okay,
It would have picked up that because that's the only thing that's colored in. So if there was a color there and a color there, it would be an old vote and it would be a blank vote.
that would be, okay.
But I'm saying that the machine picked that.
The machine would have picked that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how that all
So,
tallies out.
yeah.
Okay, all right, this one, call that one, please. Mitchell. 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 That is an overvote. We have two votes here. Circled? Mm-hmm. That's a blank.
Oh, that, so, okay, thank you.
Considered a blank.
Thank
It's
you.
an overvote, so
Got
that
it.
she doesn't read it.
Whitman.
Whitman.
Yep.
Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. Mitchell.
Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman.
Yep.
Whitman, Whitman.
Okay, we are at our first 50. Sue, sheet. Okay, who's doing Mr. Whitman? Okay, how many do you have for Mr. Whitman?
22.
How much?
22.
22. Mr. Mitchell?
22.
2. Blanks?
Oh, blank, I'm sorry, 6.
4. That totals 50. So the numbers agree.
I'm going in for my next 50. Hold on one second.
Lisa, these all agree, so do you want to put these with a blank page between these 50? That's up to you. I don't know how you want to box. Just keep those 50, however you want to mark those.
That was the paper that was,
Yeah, there's.
okay, we don't care. Perfect. Yes, I do. Yep.
Next 50.
Red pencil?
Red pencil, please. Thank you.
Whitman, Mitchell. Yeah, I would. Whitman, 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 blank, blank, yep. Whitman, blank, Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman. Whitman, Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Whitman.
Okay. Do this again. Bill Whitman, how many do we have tallied?
21.
21. Mr. Mitchell?
24.
24. Blanks?
5.
Now, we're down. 49, 50. There we go. That worked out. All right, let me.
You're almost at the end too.
Yep.
Next row?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah, got 7 more.
I got my water.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sick, really. I just, the masks make me do that. I'm just gonna like, okay.
Okay, ready? These are upside down, now I'm gonna, okay. Whitman. Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. 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 Mitchell. Mitchell. Whitman.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't. Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. Blank. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. Blank. Whitman. 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 Blank. Mitchell. Blank. Blank. Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. Mitchell. Blank. What did we call that? I'm sorry.
That is a blank, because it's an overvote.
Got it. Blank. Whitman.
What happened is, they called up both.
Yeah. Mitchell. Whitman. Blank.
Again, they circled in two.
Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 That's 50.
Okay. We are ready for, we have for Phil Whitman. 20. What do we have for Miss, wait a minute. You didn't do good at coloring either. Mr. Mitchell? 20. And blanks? 10. 2010 is 50. They're all on the same page. All set, Lisa?
Oh, I don't want to get too ahead of you.
No, no. This is keeping me on track here.
Perfect. Okay. Whitman?
Wait a minute, red pencil.
Yes,
I'm
switch the
sorry,
pencils.
what was the last ones that you used?
We're all
We're on reds now?
Yes.
Don't worry, you'll be very busy.
Got that.
Thank you.
That's all right. We'll take it now.
Okay.
I got that one.
Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Blank? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Blank. Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Mitchell? 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 Whitman? 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 Mitchell? Mitchell? Blank? Whitman? Blank? Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Mitchell? And Mitchell. That's 50.
Okay, we're ready for our next tally. Whitman,
26.
26. Ms. Mitchell.
20.
Okay, and blanks.
4.
26, 20, 46 plus 4 is 50. Now, ready for the next go around.
Are you guys ready? Do you have your gray pencil?
Do we change?
Black
pencil?
peppermint.
Black pencil? We're gonna borrow it.
Whitman? 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 Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Whoops. Mitchell? Whitman? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Okay. Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell, Whitman, blank, 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 Whitman, blank. Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, 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 blank, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, blank, blank, Whitman.
That seemed right, John. That was my son, like,
Or Mr. Whitman, what do we have?
sorry.
That's okay.
10 to 20.
20.
I'm sorry, 21.
21. Mr. Mitchell.
21.
And blank.
8.
8. 21 is 42 plus 8 is 50. I'm marking it in the wrong column. I never had coloring books at this stage. Thank you.
Ready?
Yes. We are on to the red pencils, if I'm correct?
Yes.
Whitman, Whitman, blank, Whitman, blank, blank, Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell. Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Whitman. Whitman, Mitchell, blank, Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Whitman. Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell. Whitman, 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 Mitchell, blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, blank. And that's
Okay, we're ready for Mr. Whitman.
27.
27. Mr. Mitchell? 16, did you say? And blank? 7. All right, 27, that would be 43 plus 7 is 50.
Scared for a second, I didn't change it.
Pencil. It's good, I'm glad, well, don't jinx us. We are ready to switch colors. Somebody throwing pencils on the floor?
Yeah, everybody was mad.
Okay,
Ready?
ready.
Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Whitman? Whitman?
Go ahead.
Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Blank? Blank? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Mitchell?
Okay, we are ready for Mr. Whitman.
17, 18, 19, 20, sorry. 20.
They're killing me.
Sorry, it's the mixing of the reds and the kids.
I know, that's all right, I have all the patience, make,
Yeah.
as long as we get our numbers right.
20, I said 20.
20. 28 and blanks? 2. So 20, 28 is 48 plus 2, and I'm in the wrong column again. Makes it 50. Thank you.
I know, I'm cross-eyed and, yeah.
Thank you. Want to color? Oh, that was easier.
Whitman?
We're starting.
Oh, sorry.
Got it.
My fault. Whitman? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? 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 Mitchell? Blank? Blank? Mitchell? 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 Blank?
It was 2 colored buttons, they negated each other.
Mitchell? Mitchell? Mitchell, Whitman. Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, 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 Whitman, blank, Mitchell.
So Mr. Whitman,
19.
19. Mr. Mitchell,
26.
26. And blanks, 5. Going again. 19, that's 45, plus 5 is 50 yet again.
Switch pencil, if you didn't already.
Switch pencils. All in black. Okay, ready?
Ready?
Go for it.
Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, Mitchell, blank, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Mitchell, Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, blank, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Whitman, blank, blank. Blank, blank, Whitman, blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, blank, Whitman, Mitchell.
Okay, we're on to our next set of tallies.
17.
17, thank you. Mr. Mitchell's?
20.
20. And blanks?
13.
13. So we got 20, 33 plus 17 equals 50. Ready? Yes. Oh, wait a minute, we changed our pencils, correct?
Red. My girl.
Okay, go.
Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. 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 Mitchell. Mitchell. Whitman.
Yeah.
Whitman.
Yep.
Whitman. 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 Mitchell. 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 Blank. Whitman. Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. Mitchell. Blank. Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. Mitchell. Blank. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Whitman. Blank. Whitman. Mitchell. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Blank. Whitman. That's 50.
And me.
Anyone?
21.
Second.
Mitchell? 23. 23. And blanks?
6.
21 plus 23 is 44, plus 6 is 50. What you see for the mouse? Okay.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Whitman. Mitchell. Mitchell. Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Blank. Mitchell. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Whitman. Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Mitchell, blank, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Whitman, Whitman, blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lady chance. Just for the reader. All right, are we ready for our count?
Yep.
Okay,
21.
21. Mr. Miss,
24.
24, and blank,
5.
5. 21, 24 is 45, and 5 is 50. There we go. Good start.
Just flip your pencil.
Thank you very much.
Right, yeah. Okay, can I just take it?
Don't let it take a step. That's fine. Thank you. And change pencils, you know that, right? Does the changing of the colors help you with the counting, so you don't have to remember where you go back with, yeah.
Ready when you are.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Mitchell, Whitman, 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 blank, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 blank, Whitman, Mitchell. Whitman, 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 blank, Mitchell, Mitchell,
That's a blank.
Okay. Blank,
Okay. Two circles scribbled out, handwriting, that's a blank, machine.
Mitchell, blank, Mitchell. Whitman, blank, 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 Whitman, 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 Mitchell, and Mitchell.
Okay, so that's our 50 count again.
Mm-hmm.
24.
24. Mr. Mitchell,
17.
17. And,
Nine.
oh, we got 41 and 9 is 50.
So now do we do this little 46 stack
Hmm?
among the 50s? Do I do the
Now we're gonna do
46
the
stack?
46 leftover of that. These are right into blanks. These
Okay.
are the left, different machines. That would make it good
Yeah.
as well. Okay, it's all right with you?
Because I can,
Box with,
yeah, you can just put it somewhere.
all right. Start with this. We're gonna be doing another 50, as long as we change our color pencils? Okay. All right, so we're gonna read this. This is gonna be another 50 batch.
Yes, this will be a 50
4
batch.
plus that, yeah.
Okay. Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Whitman. Mitchell, 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 blank, Whitman, Mitchell, 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 Mitchell. Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, Mitchell, Mitchell, blank, blank, Whitman. Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 blank, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, blank, blank, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Mitchell, 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 Mitchell.
That's,
Mhm.
50.
Yep.
Okay.
18. 18.
18. Right, and then we have Mr. 25. 25.
7.
25, that's 43. 50 and 1. Okay. These, Lisa, are regular, these are your little cards. Okay, now we're on to our write-ins.
Yes. You have the right pencil.
Blue one?
Do we need a cup of coffee? Do we need to wake you up?
Yes.
All right.
What do you want to do first, the 21s or do the 50s
Yeah, let's
first?
do the 21.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna slide this over here. All right,
You know,
yep.
So then you have to equal 50.
yeah, that's true. All right,
What?
start with the 50.
Start with the 50s?
Yeah, we'll keep this tally.
Got it. Okay, hold on, 1 sec, now I need to get order. Hold please.
Oh, we see you, Mr. Group. Step along to that one, Group. Thanks.
Ready? Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Blank? Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Whitman? Whitman?
Okay,
Do I just yell that name right out?
write out the name. Ready?
Robert Stanley Jr.
Spell the last name for him.
Stanley. Got it. Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Robert Stanley Jr. Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Whitman? Robert Stanley Jr. Mitchell? Robert Stanley Jr. Mitchell? Whitman? Mitchell? Blank? Mitchell? Robert Stanley Jr. Whitman? Whitman? Robert Stanley
That would be
Jr.
same. I would take that as voter intent, Junior. Same guy.
Okay.
Okay. Did you?
Was the last one?
Robert Stanley Jr. Okay, perfect.
Well, we'll.
Yep, well,
the
yep.
average up and pick up.
Agreed. Whitman? 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 Other?
In case we have to count those families.
Mitchell? Sidney Shapley? Do you need me to spell that last name? Okay. Whitman? Blank? Mitchell? Mitchell? Whitman? Whitman? Mitchell? 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 Mitchell?
That's 50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
16,
Right there.
okay. We have for Mr. Whitman,
16,
16. Mr. Mitchell? Twenty-three.
Three.
3 blanks and our write-ins.
Stanley, 6. Other, 1. Shopley, 1.
All right, so we got 16, that's 39, plus 5 is 45, 46, 47, plus 3 is 50.
Which pencils?
Switching pencils.
Black.
What did you start with, red?
No, I started with,
Black, so
okay,
Lisa will stand guard.
Mitchell? Whitman? Russ Wilder. Wilder. Okay. Russ Wilder. Phil Whitman. 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 Robert Stanley. Robert Stanley. Whitman. Robert Stanley Jr. Mitchell. 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 Robert Stanley Jr.
All set? Okay.
Whitman. 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 Mitchell. Whitman. 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 Mitchell. Whitman. Robert Stanley Jr. Whitman. Mitchell. 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 Robert Stanley Jr. Robert Stanley Jr. Whitman. Whitman. Mitchell. Mitchell. Robert Stanley Jr. Mitchell. Bob Stanley. Mitchell. Robert Stanley Jr. Robert Stanley Jr. Robert Stanley Jr. Whitman. Ooh, purple. Whitman. And Whitman. That's 50.
What the heck is that?
Hey.
Oh, UPS box. Ah, got it. 18. Sorry. I knew the name.
18. 18.
12 Stanley,
Stanley.
2 Wilder.
2 Wilder. So blanks. 3 blanks. We got 18's 36. Wait a minute. 36 and 12. 48. 50 plus 3 is 53.
The 3 blanks were from the last set.
We're not any blank?
I apologize. I
Okay.
had my red pencil in my hand. That's not to show you how.
That's not a problem.
Amy threw me off with Phil Whitman instead of Whitman.
Yeah, I know, sorry, it came out and I went, oh.
36.
Sorry, Linda. It was funny.
Now we have 50, okay.
Made it work.
Yeah, I hesitated.
I know, I noticed that.
This is our last 50.
This is our last 50 and then we have the 21.
Okay. Let's just get these ready for.
Yep, have a little humor.
Ready? All right,
Ready when you are.
go for it.
Whitman, Robert Stanley Jr., Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, 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 Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell,
That's from Whitman.
Whitman,
Motor intent, he crossed out.
Whitman, blank, Robert Stanley Jr., Whitman, Mitchell, blank, blank. Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, blank, Mitchell. Whitman, Ruth Larson.
That's a blank.
Blank,
It was circle on the right end, but no right end.
Whitman, Robert Stanley, Robert Stanley Jr., Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell. Whitman, Mitchell, Mitchell, Whitman, Robert Stanley Jr., Robert Stanley Jr., Mitchell, Robert Stanley Jr., Mitchell, Whitman.
Okay, that's that 50.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17,
20.
20,
7, Stanley.
7 to Stanley, and blanks.
5,
5 blanks.
and 1 loss.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we have 20, 37, 44, 45, plus 5 is 50, yet again. This is our last pile,
21.
and this pile is 21 ballots in it. And then we will tally all these numbers.
Okay. Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, 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 Whitman. blank, Whitman, Mitchell, Whitman, Mitchell, blank, Mitchell.
Mitch, okay, see if this adds to 21. For Mr. Whitman,
10.
10. For Mr. Mitchell,
9.
9. And do we have any blanks?
Yes, 2.
2. Did we have any write-ins?
No.
So we get 19 plus 2 equals 21. Okay, I am going to tally.
These are the blanks.
Right.
Oh, do you want me to grab my
I need to-
calculator too? Or do you want me to just look over your shoulder?
Look over to make sure.
Okay.
Let's read
Yep.
these together.
Okay.
No. Click.
Okay.
All right.
So are we going this way?
We're going down now.
Okay.
22.
Two 7. 20.
Want to verify me? Want to sign it off? It says verify.
What's your pencil?
24.
A blank vote, should say.
And 10?
Yep.
Right down.
Go
Right
ahead.
down here, give it a space.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're doing this.
Got it.
Wait a minute, let me clear it.
Yep.
They're over. Oh, yeah.
Blank screen. Okay.
22. Nope. We missed the plus sign.
Oh.
I made sure.
2,
Plus 24.
2, 4.
Plus 20. Plus 20.
The word is. Yeah. 4 years.
8. 26. 20. 23. 24. 17. 25. 18. 20.
Now you're gonna,
Yep.
add, just add more, like these two here. And, okay, okay?
14. Nope. Nope, clear that. That's 6, 7, 8 in this one. Put it one in these. Yep. 12. 7 and 1.
That's,
Oh, okay.
so put that total. Now,
Ready?
6,
Oh, my.
5.
You're stretching me.
8. 7.
You do hit.
2. 5.
Hit.
13.
Did mine yesterday.
I got all. Huh?
I'll be here with them.
Oh, okay.
9.
If I get
7.
See.
Mine's coming up.
Mine's a newbie. 5.
500.
No, over here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a total.
These are-
Idiot, yeah.
Is that a nine?
That's a 90. You know what? I'm gonna make that really super clear so you don't have to question it. There.
All right, we get
Okay,
total
yep.
this across.
338, 356, 30, 97. Yep.
All right, we have our final list, everything that adds up. For, Mr. Whitman, 338. For Mr. Mitchell, 356. Write-ins totaled 30, and blanks totaled 97, and we got a cross-reference of 821 ballots. I will leave this here if anyone would like to see that. Did that match?
821 is the
I
number
think
we
she
needed,
thought
yeah.
it might be.
Oh.
Okay, did the totals match? For Mr. Mitchell, 356 and 338, so we still came up with the same
Gonna
number.
fall asleep.
Oh, one off by
Good job.
Ron.
I'm an excellent reader. Thank you.
Write-ins,
Sounds like your old man.
Yeah, I don't have the volume of my old man either. Yeah, right. I love me some Donnie Best. He's loud,
Love me some Donnie Best too. I love him.
but he really should.
it totaled this way and it totaled that way.
Only made one, didn't it? Thank God.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at that.
that's for sure.
Tell him that.
He is. He, amazing Donnie. The Donnie. Who's two peas in a pod? Better not be me and Donnie. She said, I thought she said two peas in a pod. I said, better not be talking about me and Donnie.
No, no, Donnie and your mother. Donnie and Louise.
Donnie and Louise, my roommate.
Can we help Lisa with whatever she needs, and she's gonna need help carrying those boxes down.
Do those have to go back in the vault?
I would like to thank everyone ever. Did you think that process moved smoothly enough?
All your characters, sign your page.
Yep.
Right above your name, ma'am? That's what I was. You did a good job, Madam
Right above
Moderator.
it?
Right above it.
Yes.
Amy, I think you have to sign too.
You just, what do I have to sign? I didn't do anything.
And your life away, yes, huh?
Oh, because I was just yelling? Yes.